We read at the beginning of the portion of Bo, Hashem says to Moshe, Bo el Paro, go to Paro, come to Paro, Ki ani hichbardi es libo, I've hardened his heart, Veslev avodov, and the hearts of his servants. L'madshisi ososai elu bikibo. For what purpose did I harden their hearts? To be able to place my signs in his midst. We've mentioned many times the argument between the Rambam and the Seforno, other Rishonim, other early commentators. Whenever the Torah tells us he hardened his heart, did he withdraw his ability to recognize something for what it was, to be rational, meaning his ability to do tshuva? What differentiates between a human being and any other living species? Any other species, its behavior is purely based on instinct. It's instinctive behavior. A human being's behavior is based, it could be instinct, but a human being has the ability to override the instinct and make choices. Why is a human being endowed with choice? For what reason? So Rambam explains in Hilchos Tshuva, in the laws of Tshuva, that what is the objective of existence? If the human being is infused with a soul, a neshama, which is a spiritual entity which has no relevance to physical existence, so why is the human being put on this earth? Why did God create the human being as a composite of physical and spiritual? So it's explained, the Ramchal speaks about this in the Mesilas Yesharim, other locations. The physicality represents desire, inclination for everything which is contrary to spirituality, to holiness and purity. The soul is the intellect. This gives a human being the ability to appreciate and process something for what it is. However, because of conflicts of interest, very often the truth is distorted. But what creates the conflict? It's the struggle between the physical and the spiritual. Because if a person has a conflict, because our physical inclinations, our desires, this causes us to see things within the physical context, to justify things which are wrong. As Rambam cites the Pasuk, the Navi, before the destruction of the first Beis Hamikdash, the first temple, Omer la choshech or choshech. People, because they were so conflicted, they said to the prophet, they saw night, darkness as light, and light was darkness. Which was obvious, light is light, but it's not so simple. If a person can be sufficiently conflicted, day is night and night is darkness. But what is the basis for the conflict? It's the physicality of the person. But the person is endowed with an ability to take control of his life, and because a person doesn't necessarily have to be succumb to his inclination, which is inclined to the physical, he can rein in on it. So if he chooses not to rein in on it, where he could have, he's liable, he's culpable for whatever that decision is, in the wrong. And when he does right, because the only reason why he was able to do right is because that was his initiative. His initiative was to choose to do the positive. Therefore, he's fully deserving of the reward. It's the Rambam, the Hilchos Tshuva. But what is the ability to recognize, to do tshuva, to recognize something for what it is? It's an endowment of God to see things in the proper perspective, and as a result of that, to take control of one's life. What happens if a person abuses the gift? Anybody has a gift, and the gift is continuously reinstated, and the person continues to abuses it. So the benefactor says, you know something? You have one more chance. You abuse it one more time, I withdraw it, it doesn't return. The miracles that happen in Egypt, they're revealed miracles. God is knocking on Paro's door in the most obvious way, and Paro chooses to turn his back on God. God says, you have 5 chances. You abuse it, you go beyond the 5th, I withdraw it. This is Vaeira Hashem is like Paro. You have no choice. You will no longer have choice to make the right decision. But Factually, you're fully culpable. You'll be culpable as if you did have a choice. Why are you culpable as if you had the choice? Because that you no longer have choice was your choice to forfeit the choice. That's the reason. The example I give, very simple. Person chooses, God forbid, to take his life. And he chooses to step off a ledge. Once you step off the ledge, there's no coming back. So you'd say, well, now it's beyond my ability. It's irrelevant. But you had a choice not to step off the ledge. You put yourself in the position of no return, that's your choice. If you choose to forfeit your choice because you acted abusively, you're fully liable as if you did have choice. Because why do you no longer have choice? Because it was your choice not to have choice. This is the understanding. I always mention Meir Simcha of Dvinsk that he poses a question, Moshe Rabbeinu, did he have a choice to become a heretic? We say every day, the pasuk, a verse in Torah, Torah tzivi lanu Moshe, Moshe ki las Yaakov. The Torah was commanded to us by Moshe. It is the heritage of the congregation of